All right. Problem with Democrats. The problem with Democrats is that the smart ones are socialists and communists, and the dumb ones are socialists and communists. They just don't know it. Now, when I say smart Democrats, I really mean the educated, worldly, successful, influential, either through their own hard work or political maneuvering or ass-kissing or coattail riding or just having the sheer luck of being born so close to power and influence. And when I refer to the dumb ones, that's pretty much everybody else. These kind of people are largely ignorant of the ways of the world and politics, and they don't show much interest in finding out about it either. You know, because it requires stuff like an attention span and some critical thinking and analysis. Hearing all sides of an argument without, coming to blows. That's hard for a lot of people. And if there's no sex involved, of course, nobody wants to hear about it. Until Whitewater involved sex, nobody understood it. It's more fun and less controversial to be a sports fan. Maybe you'd rather argue about who's the best singer on American Idol, or people spend a lot of time pursuing their interests, going fishing, getting drunk. And, they might be working on their house. They're just too busy taking care of their kids, whatnot. If they ever come close to any, economic, political type of discussion, a popular thing for the poor people, the ignorant, the masses, is to say that, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. When somebody says, Democrats, Republicans, they're all the same, it makes that person just appear all-knowing to, the rest of the people sitting at the bar who nod their heads in agreement or raise their mugs or whatever. And these people don't even know that they're socialists. They don't know what socialism is. They don't know that they're communists. They don't know what communism is. They don't spend much time genuinely reflecting and using logic. Not to mention keeping a grip on reality. These people are referred to as the underprivileged, the working class, the disenfranchised, the downtrodden, or like John Edwards likes to call you, the American people of other America. They believe that the Declaration and the Bill of Rights and the Constitution proclaim that the United States is a democracy. None of these documents even contains one time that word, democracy. Not even once. Try to find it yourself. Sad thing is, the majority, with their lack of education, are of the opinion that democracy is there, that America is a democracy, and therefore the opinion that the majority holds must always be correct. Too bad the majority does not understand the difference between opinion and fact. That's how ignorant and uneducated people are. You can thank your government paid for education for their ignorance. Because why would the smart Democrats want to actually teach the dumb Democrats anything? The best thing to do is to just simply make them spend 12 years in school and not actually have them learning anything, but have them graduate and come out of there thinking they've been educated, thinking they know all kinds of stuff and how the way the world works, but yet for some reason they can't seem to make it, and therefore they need the help of the smart Democrats. Democrats, candidates, they jump up on a soapbox somewhere out there on the campaign trail and say, I want to do what you want me to do. I'm listening for your ideas. This is the exact words of Barack Obama at a speech when he announced he was running for president. Hillary, Mrs. Bill Clinton, had a little ad, her sitting on a couch with a coffee table in front of her and saying, "Let's chat," while trying to look down to earth like most of you people in front of her webcam. And the majority, in their ignorance, answer back that they want free health care because they're lazy and greedy, besides being ignorant, and they believe that health care could actually be free, which it isn't. Somebody's paying for it somewhere. They might say that a minimum wage increase, that's more greed showing through. Better schools, which means throw more money at it, make a nice looking building, give everybody a computer. So kids can just miraculously graduate as geniuses without even trying. And they want oil companies and other large corporations to develop alternate sources of energy, and it's kind of like telling Coca-Cola to stop making soda pop and start making roofing shingles. Remember the 90s? Everybody from Clinton, Bill, Ted Kennedy, Dick Gephardt, Tom Daschle, Jesse Jackson, Al Gore, all repeated the jingle of Medicare, Medicaid, education, and the environment. Medicaid, Medicare, education, and the environment. Medicaid, Medicare, education, and environment. Over and over. So, what kind of person would not think these are important issues? The sick, they'll go for it, of course. And the old people, they'll sound good to them because, pretty much all of them are sick. The uneducated, of course, don't believe it. They probably believe that the Constitution already says they have a right for the government to provide them health care. And smarts. Somebody decided they had the right for the government to provide them education, and now they have the right for the government to provide them health care. And next probably comes that they have the right for the government to provide them a motor vehicle with a frickin' hydrogen fuel cell in it, or ethanol burning dragster. I don't know. So everybody wants to be healthy and smart, and everybody wants to have a nice clean planet. So if you don't, go along with the Democrat agenda on that, you must just be a mean old jerk, that just cares about nobody but yourself. They don't care where they get the money to finance these sort of endeavors. Americans' tax money should pay for them to be healthy and smart and clean. So the Democratic Party say they will make everybody healthy, smart, and clean. And all this sounds good to the average man and woman, Joe Six-Pack and Susie size 16, especially to the below average man and woman who's, an underachiever and a slacker and proud of it. Smart Democrats know how ignorant and apathetic and greedy the dumb Democrats are. And the surest way to get their votes of the dumb Democrats, who are probably the majority, is to promise everybody everything. That way you'll have a majority for sure. And the majority who never pays attention to anything hardly happening on Capitol Hill cast their votes for the people who are going to be working there. And that's part of the trouble with Democrats.